in and told him he had control, and the takedown was awarded.
In sixth place, a freshman from Milburn.
Well, that'll set things up for our next matchup. Coming up momentarily here at 125 pounds. The third seed, Ricky Laforge from Indian Hills, a senior at 28-1, will take on Mike Molosky, who wears light green from Pinelands, a junior at 33-0. And there's the Indian Hills wrestler, Ricky Laforge.
And our runner-up in second place, a sophomore from Camden Catholic.
Laforge going against Molosky, the junior undefeated at 33-0. Laforge was an 11-6 winner over the second seed, Jimmy Rollins, to get here in this semifinal, or through the semifinal. Molosky knocked off the top seed, Bob Stinson of Camden Catholic, in overtime by a score of 7-5 with a reversal in that extra session to win it. So it sets up the matchup here at 125 between the third seed and the fourth seed this afternoon.
To be acknowledged by all of our fans, 112-pound state place winners for 2001.
Molosky, or rather Laforge from Indian Hills, the senior, 101-9. A four-time district champion.
From Indian Hills, Ricky Laforge.
Molosky comes in with a career record of 82-12.
Laforge scores the first takedown, takes a 2-0 lead over Molosky. Penetrates on a double leg and scores a takedown. The official with the whistle is Alan Maloney from South New Jersey. His mat judge, the assistant, is Joe Longo.
We're going to see an optional start here by Laforge. It'll make the score 2-1 as Molosky is out.
Molosky gains the escape, cuts the lead to 2-1. Laforge leads. Both wrestlers feeling the other out, moving around the 10-foot circle. Again, Laforge in on a single leg with the head outside. Changes off to a double leg. Tries to keep him in bounds and score a takedown. He's close to control here. Alan Maloney indicates both wrestlers are neutral. Molosky's locked inside the leg of Laforge. Laforge trying to gain control. Close to a takedown. They may run out of real estate. Let's see.
See if Molosky can pull him back in.
Referee's going to call potentially dangerous. We're going to restart neutral. No takedown.
Ricky Laforge in the blue from Indian Hills with a 2-1 lead over Mike Molosky, the junior from Pinelands Regional, in the green.
Less than 30 seconds in the first period. Laforge came right out and scored off a double leg takedown.
Underhooks here by Laforge, and it looked like he just wanted to try a little snap and spin move.
Laforge tries a cement mixer, tries that concrete special. Still no control. Not able to get control. They go out of bounds neutral. Laforge really took a risk right there. Try what you call a reverse cement job, the concrete special. Not able to score off of it.
Not to be confused with the flying cement job where you grab the knee.
I think that's basically the same maneuver. They call it, some people call it the circus roll or the Shrek roll. They have different names for the same basic maneuver.
Now the Indian Hills head coach is Bob Davis. He's in his 12th year. Sean Riley is the head coach at Pinelands. Sees his wrestler trailing by a score of 2-1 here in the second period. There's one for the neutral. 3-1 now for Ricky Laforge out of Indian Hills.
Laforge started the second period from the bottom, was able to stand, gain hand control, get an escape. Both wrestlers again neutral. In that same position you described earlier, front headlock, where it looks like Laforge will like to snap and spin around Molosky to gain a takedown. Molosky pinching tight on the elbows of Laforge, trying to get a stalemate out of that position. At least trying to keep him from spinning around for a takedown.
It's still close here at 3-1, and And Molosky really hasn't been the aggressor. I think it's time to maybe kick it into another gear here as time winds down to 1:13 in the second period.
That'll be good advice, Mick. He's got to get himself back into the match here. He's down by 2, minute remaining in the second period.
Been a very quiet 3-1 score.
Molosky does try to come around the back of Laforge, but they ran out of mat space. We're going to restart in the 10-foot circle. Molosky in on a single leg. Deep penetration on a single. Comes up in front with a single. Tries to kick out the other leg of Laforge, right near the edge of the circle. They step out of bounds. Good call by the referee. Molosky stepped outside the circle. Fans don't like the call, but it was the correct call. The supporting points of one wrestler in bounds, they are in bounds. The only thing that might have been incorrect about the call is maybe Laforge had been in bounds, but Molosky clearly stepped outside the circle.
Now 26 seconds to wrestle here in a 3-1 score.
Molosky again in on a single leg, trying to change to a double. 15 seconds remain in the period. Laforge trying to defend, not to give up the takedown.
Laforge really doing all he can to get off the mat at this point.
Time's going to run out.
Trying to pull him back in, but time does wind out. 3-1 at the end of 2. As Ricky Laforge from Indian Hills leaves Mike Molosky of Highlands Regional.
Third period choice goes to Molosky. He elects to start from the bottom position. Laforge rides on top of the tight waist. Tries to put in a single leg grapevine. Tries to work a grapevine in a power half. He actually has a body scissors on Molosky. Referee's looking at him, may stalemate it, and does. Molosky will get a restart. 1 minute and 40 seconds remain in the third period.
I was a little surprised that Molosky chose to come off the bottom when it looked like he was very close to takedowns in that second period. And a takedown would have tied it up.
Choosing bottom, it's a necessity that he score a neutral, that he get out to be able to try to work a takedown. He stands, tries to get hand control. Laforge maintains control, brings him back to the mat, puts in a single leg grapevine. Fans want official Alan Maloney to warn stalling on Laforge. He calls a stalemate in that position.
Well, Laforge would have to bring him back down to the mat after 5 seconds.
Well, the rule really doesn't say 5 seconds, Mick. It says you have a reasonable time to make an attempt. Now, many times your opponent's standing, peeling hands, he's got his hips down. You really don't have to bring him back within 5 seconds, but you have to make a bona fide attempt to return him to the mat within 5 seconds, or within a reasonable time, I should say, not 5 seconds. But the rule used to be 5 seconds, so many times fans and even coaches will confuse the rule. Here Laforge cuts Molosky loose. Score now 3-2 with a minute remaining.
Sean Riley on the left, the head coach of Molosky from Highlands. Bob Davis on the right of Ricky Laforge, the head coach. And with a 3-2 score here with 48 seconds to go, this one's still up for grabs.
Molosky in on a single leg with the head outside, trying to change it off to a double. He has Laforge sitting on the mat. Laforge is locked between the legs of Molosky, trying to stalemate the position. We're coming down to 30 seconds left. Molosky's close to getting a takedown. Stalemate's awarded. 29 ticks on the clock. Molosky down by a point. Needs a takedown to win. There have been no stalling warnings, but Laforge is in a defensive posture.
He's certainly backing up.
Molosky shoots. Laforge snaps and spins. Laforge takes him to the edge of the circle. There's a good call by the official. Warning stalling on red on Ricky Laforge. 16 seconds remain. He's got to stay in the circle and work. Laforge blocks with double underhooks. Goes to a front headlock. Molosky tries to hit a sucker drag to come out of it. Time runs out. Laforge is the winner. Close 3-2 victory for Ricky Laforge over Mike Molosky of the Pinelands.
So with the victory, Ricky Laforge goes to 29-1. Molosky suffers his first loss of the year at 33-1. And the senior, Ricky Laforge out of Indian Hills, is the champion. at 125 pounds.
For the 119-pound.
That was a hard-fought one. Laforge jumped out to the early 2-0 lead, led 3-1, and then had to hang on
The NJSIAA president
in the final seconds.